Hello, I'm Mrs. Burns and welcome back to our section on fractions. Today we are on lesson 6 and we will be exploring section 6.4 of our textbooks, which is multiplying improper fractions and mixed numbers. So remember, when multiplying, you do not need to find the lowest common denominator. And also remember that we know already how to express mixed numbers as an improper fraction and then an improper fraction as a mixed number. If you forget how to do that, you can go back and watch section 6.0a one more time. To express each number as an improper fraction, we will multiply our whole number and denominator, so 2 times 2, and then add the numerator, keeping the same denominator. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5 over 2. And again, multiply our whole number 4 times our denominator 3, add the numerator, keep the same denominator. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2 is 14 over 3. And neither of these examples can be reduced any further. All right, express each improper fraction as a mixed number. So we look at how many times can the denominator go into the numerator. 5 goes into 9 one time. 5, and how many are left over? 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 are left over, keeping the same denominator, so our answer is 1 and 4/5. How many times now does 6 go into 13? We know that 6 goes into 13 twice. 6 times 2 is 12. 1 is left over, so our answer is 2 and 1/6. When multiplying improper fractions, it's pretty much the same as proper fractions. You multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, and then reduce if you can. So 5 over 3 times 6 over 5. 5 times 6 is 30. 3 times 5 is 15. Both of these can be divided by 15. So our answer is 2 over 1, or 2. All right, for B, 4 over 5 times 15 over 4. 15 times 4 is 60. 5 times 4 is 20. Both of these can be divided by 20. And we end up with 3. And our last example here, 3 over 2 times 12 over 4. 3 times 12 is 36. 4 times 2 is 8. Both of these can be divided by 4. 36 divided by 4 is 9. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So we end up with 9 over 2. Now you see that we left this as an improper fraction because we were multiplying improper fractions. But what if we have a mixed number? When we multiply our mixed numbers, the first thing that we want to do is change it to an improper fraction. Then we can multiply our numerators, our denominators, and then reduce like normal. So the first thing, this is a mixed number. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5 over 2. 5 over 2 times 1 over 9. 5 times 1 is 5. 2 times 9 is 18. Can we reduce that any further? Nope. So that is our answer. All right, all 3 of these in section B all are mixed numbers, so let's change them to improper fractions. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6 over 5. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5 over 2. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 is 11 over 3. So 6 over 5. We'll multiply that first by 5 over 2, and then we'll multiply that by 11 over 3. So 6 times 5 is 30. 5 times 2 is 10, times 11 over 3. Remember, we don't need to make the denominators the same when we're multiplying. 30 times 11 is 330. 10 times 3 is 30. We can divide both of these by 30, and we end up with 11. All right, let's go through some of our word examples. 1 week, Christine worked 3 days at a department store for 3.5 hours each day. She was paid $11 an hour. So question A, how many hours did Christine work that week? We know that she worked 3 days times 3.5 hours each day. Remember that any whole number can be expressed as an improper fraction with a secret 1 underneath. So we need to change this 3.5 into an improper fraction. 3 over 1 times 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7 over 2. 3 times 7 is 21, divided by 2. Can we reduce this any further? No, so we can't say equals because it's not going to go any further. So we can say 21 over 2, or we can change this to a mixed number so it's easier to understand. 2 goes into 20 10 times with 1 left over, keep the same denominator. So, how many hours did Christine work that week? She worked 10.5 hours. All right, B. How much did Christine earn that week? How much money? Well, we know that she worked 10.5 hours and she earned $11 an hour. So let's change the 11 to a secret fraction, and let's change the 10.5 back to our improper fraction. So 21 times 11 is 231. 2 times 1 is 2. Or we could say this as a mixed number with 2 going into 231 115 times, 1 left over, keep the same denominator. So we could express this 15.5 as a dollar form. So she earned $115.50. Wow. Our next example, Muhammad is sailing at 8.5 kilometers an hour. If the weather conditions stay the same, how far will his sailboat travel in 1 1/3 hour? So we know that Muhammad is traveling at 8.5 kilometers per hour times 1 1/3 hours. We want to know how many kilometers. So we can say 8.5 as an improper fraction would be 2 times 8 is 16 plus 1 is 17. Keep the same denominator. 1 times 3 is 3 plus the numerator is 4. Keep the same denominator. 17 times 4 is 68. 3 times 2 is 6. Both of these numbers can be divided by 2. So we end up with 34 over 3, or we could say 3 goes into 34 11 times with 1 remaining. Keep the 3 in the bottom. He traveled 11 1/3 kilometers. All right. Mrs. Burns multiplied 2.5 times 3 1/4. Oh. Okay, so I did 3 times 2, 6. So that was the whole numbers, and then I multiplied my fraction, kept the 1 and 1. 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 4 is 8. So then we have 6 and an 1/8. Oh, but that can't be right. I must have made a mistake. What mistake did I make? Well, the first thing you notice is that in this example, none of these mixed numbers were changed to improper fractions. So we did not change to improper fractions. Good thing I caught that. Did not change to improper fractions. So what would be the correct product? So we have, again, 2.5 times 3 1/4. We can change this to improper fractions by saying 2 times 2 plus 1 is 5 over 2, times 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13 over 4. 5 times 13 is 65, and 4 times 2 is 8. Can we make this any smaller? No, we cannot. So we can express it as our improper fraction, or we can say 8 goes into 65 8 whole times plus 1 left over. Keep the same denominator. So either of these answers are correct as long as I didn't ask you for a specific way to express it. So that sums up our 6.4 section. Stay tuned for video 6.5.